Hi there, everybody. This is Carrie Mubarak. Welcome to the Art of the Deck. This is Wooing Nature's flip through and review with the art and the artist in mind. I welcome you back to this channel to do the second part of this reading about Katrin Feldstein. Katrin Feldstein is from Germany. She is a German graphic artist. She spent some time creating graphic arts, digital art specifically, not only just on her own, but also for advertising agencies. And so she's done that work in the US and in Switzerland, as well as in her native country of Germany. So it is a beautiful deck. It is an amazing deck. This is her first one that she did, and I just did a review of her tarot deck, which is her second project. But this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments, the Oracle of Mystical Moments, and just from this cover art, you can see the beauty and the femininity in this deck. And I will say this is an oracle deck. It is not a tarot deck, and so the system is a little bit different. But what I noticed about these cards, and I'll start to share those with you, is that this is a very feminine deck. And then, of course, it doesn't follow the tarot traditions with the major arcana and minor arcana. It has its own system that attaches and connects itself to a text. So there is a text here for each card, so you just read the text that goes with it. Of course, this is a stunningly beautiful deck, to say the least. So if you are a visual reader, you could certainly just read them visually as well. So I'm just going to scroll through these. This will be a rather quick review because this is a short deck. It's just 52 cards in this deck. Okay. And then what I'll do is at a certain point, I'll stop and read the text of a particular card so you can get the feel of how it reads or how it reads. So I'm really impressed with the detail. This is one of my favorite decks. It reminds me of Azuli, and it's very feminine and very strong and very powerful as well. Lots of flowers. You'll see that throughout this one. And you get from it the power of the feminine, very strong figures. If you look at their facial features and their expressions, very strong feminine features or feminine qualities that come out here. There are very few male images in this deck. There are a few, and we'll run across them shortly. But for those who are reading for women or people who identify as women, or for those who are trying to get in touch with their inner feminine, this may be the very deck for you. But at least visually, it definitely brings you to that place. This is another of my favorites. All right, and this is where we get one of our male figures here. I like the way that she plays with the imagery. You'll see that come up in this card that I'm about to show you now. It's like there's this woman, and then you have the flowers that kind of bloom into her top, and then the calyx, I think this falls into something that looks very reptilian here. So this contrast between the feminine and the reptilian, or something that's a lot harsher, is telling. But a very nice companion deck, I'm going to say. If you like to work your tarot with another oracle, this would be a nice one to connect other cards to, particularly, like I said, if you're working with Divine Feminine, I think that would be powerful. And then here's another male figure here, and this one usually associated with some relationships. I think this is a very beautiful card. So I'll take a moment here to read to you from the text. This is 25, number 25, and it talks about the protective nest. It talks about nurturing and motherhood and being a protector, and this being a space for incubation. And then the text reads, and the information in the text is very short. It's not very long, of course, because it's a small book. It says, let's see. It says, belying her serene expression, this woman is hatching more than just creative thoughts. She is a mother, creator of all. The giant bird nest on her head holds 3 eggs and an older bird already born into the world. Under her skirt, there is a glimpse of a large egg. This card symbolizes motherhood, protection of children, and how children develop under a mother's care. Be aware of how your actions or words can affect a fledgling soul. So that will just give you a sense of how the oracle reads. And then I'll just get back to the deck. We're about halfway through here. The reason why we do the art of the deck is because a lot of times when you get a tarot or oracle deck, there's very little information or a very small kind of to the side bio or something about the artist. If you're lucky, sometimes they don't really say anything about the artist, but the artistry in a deck for me is really what brings forth the intuitive images in your mind. I mean, it isn't, you know, if you're a seer, it's about images, and so these images really evoke the mood sometimes, and the message comes right through the image. So I like to honor the artist of the deck, and particularly if the artwork is of significant merit, provocative, alluring, then it's worth it to us to take time and spend with the artist's work itself. And a lot of times when you're doing a reading, that's exactly what you're doing, is you're really immersing yourself into the world of the artist, no different than if you were to go to a museum. Only better because you're getting a reading too. I love this card. One of my favorites. All right, so as we are coming to the close of this deck, check out the other art of the deck for Katrin Feldstein. That one is for the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Again, this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments. The other one is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So if you would like to see more of her wonderful artworks in the form of divination tools, then check out the art of the deck for the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Beautiful work, great job. I was very impressed with her tarot deck. It just came out maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, and it also was very, very pleasing to look at and to enjoy and to read from. So thank you, Katrin Feldstein. You've totally outdone yourself. We really appreciate your work. And for those of you who would like to have a reading with her cards, you know where to find me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can also go to the website to find out all of the other services that we offer, insight and traditional healing techniques and that kind of thing if you are in need. All right. As always, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you're having a fabulous life.